Okay. Nilesh Baba, as far as tourism related issues are concerned, आमी क्रिसमस पळयत जाल्यार कशें आसा सिट्युएशन गोंयान ट्युरिजम क्रिसमस कोविड सगळें म्हणून जाल्यार
Now, see, overall, if you compare to last year, tourists are less. Even the charters जे आता, of course, frequency वाढला, but overall, tourists which are coming comparatively less compared to last year. But we hope season will pick up as far as the charters are concerned. Even on the people who schedule flight जे आता tourists, foreign tourists, they must have subdued us for various reasons because you have a war-like situation at two parts of the world. So automatically when there is war-like situation, people like to travel less, especially international travel. But days to come, we hope the things will improve. As far as domestic is concerned, it is good. But compared to last year, if you say the overall the prices have rationalized. It may be the airline or it may be the hotel, which is a good sign in sense that maybe there is inventories have increased, the overall availability increased. Addition to that, people have now more options. Like neighboring countries are wooing the Indians big time with different offers.
Okay.
Like आता तुम्ही पहिला श्रीलंका विजा फ्री केला, प्लस त्यांच्यानी फ्लाईट्स वाढयला, जे कोविडच्या टायम कमी झाले ते वाढला. व्हिएटनामाची पहिली फ्लाईट नसली, आता व्हिएटनामाच्यान 5 states in India have a direct flight. त्यांनी विजा फ्री करता म्हणला. थायलंडान विजा फ्री केला, मलेशियान विजा फ्री केला, केनिया म्हणटा आपण विजा फ्री करता. सो ओवरऑल देर इज अ कॉम्पिटिशन विच इज ग्रोईंग अप. सो वी हॅव टू बी इन अवर टोज. अँड ॲडिशन टू दॅट इज डिसेंबर म्हणजे सगळं कितें आसा प्रायसींग सगळे हाय असतात. बट एअरलायन ऑल्सो द प्रायसींग वे क्वायट हाय. पळयता इफ यू नोव्हेंबरान चॅक केला आतां चॅक केला, आतां सगळे रिपोर्टान पळयला आसता तुमी की आतां रेट 3,000 मेळटा, 4,000 मेळटा गोवा, वीच वॉज नॉट हर्ड ऑफ. That means the demand is comparatively less. But I think overall it is getting rationalized, and we are sure the near the day, all the verticals of the industry, specifically smaller hotels, shacks, what you call other small event guys, singers, or that for matter जे vegetable vendors asa, की suppliers asa, everybody should do good business because December is a time where the expectations are high from industry and from the people who are associated with the industry.
कोविडाचो इशू कितें जावंक शकता बिकॉज ह्याच्यान कोविडाचो खूब विशय.
I agree, but I think it's nothing to worry about. So basically there are no any stricter guidelines जे आयला भायर. But basically you have to take precautions if any guidelines comes from the health ministry or from health department or from government of India, then we need to follow. But as of now, there is nothing to worry as such. Now, only what which is good signs that Goa is on the right track as far as the genome sequencing is concerned, or find out करपाक. आता गोवा आम्ही 18 केसी म्हणटा of particular variant. बाकीचे state म्हणटा 1 केसी 2 केसी. That means Goa is on right track where Goa they are doing their homework well.
So health facilities are doing good.
Good means they are at least checking facility is good. So which is a good sign, and I think there is nothing to worry as such as of now. But because it is evolving situation, as and when the guidelines comes from the health ministry from Goa or from the center, I think those guidelines needs to be followed. And the best part is that Goa as a per se, as an industry, आम्ही कोविड टायमाक काम केल्लें आसा. COVID time was a favorite destination for Goa, and we have followed all the protocols, all the health hygiene which were required by the industry. So we are geared up in case of any rise in the cases. And overall, as of now, I don't think so there is anything worry outside, and I don't think so that will affect overall our tourism industry in Goa.
As far as tourism is concerned, when we talk about tourism, what we have seen is that number of accidents increasing. आम्ही rent a car, rent a bikes पळयला, पण every day 1 नाल्या 2 नाल्या 3 नाल्या accident असता. Even some of them there have been deaths.
Exactly, it is very sorry state of affair. Now, as everybody of us knows, what is the main reasons for this? Main reason is our transport is very costly in Goa. So what happens is people start looking at for cheaper mode of transport. So by car जे 2 लोक बसपाचे असतात त्यांना full family भोवता. Secondly, people take rent a car and they are on holiday mood, so they are on different high. So unfortunately, that also creates more chaos on the road. So ideally, will be on two front. एक तर they should open up the transport for all the stakeholders in the industry. So specifically I am talking about app based taxis. आम्ही म्हणता आमकां टेक्नॉलॉजी सगळीकडे जाय, so why not in the transport, and why not use that? So if somebody is not ready to use it, if somebody wants to start on it, let him make it use. Why you are restricting them? Especially in any of the South Goa hotels, or even that North has started, the vehicles are not allowed, outside vehicles. How you can stop someone coming in? So because of this, what happens is people look for the cheaper option or the best option possible at that time. So they take the taxi wala bike dita, take or in and around people who gives it takes a bike, which is good experience wise. But that bike cannot come from south to north. Problem becomes that when he starts traveling 100 kilos, 150 kilometers on the bike from one to with the family, which creates a challenge on the road, because we have a road which can take particular capacity. Addition to that, then there is a rent a car. When they come a rent a car, that also they drive very rashly, because the let's be very very practical, that each state in India have way of their driving, and there are maybe rules are same, but you know driving styles are different somewhere or other. So basically for them to come custom, it is a difficult patta कोणाक, आणि मागीर ते फास्ट चलयले ते रस्ते स्ट्रेट पळोवन fast without knowing कि Goa has lot of curves, lot of ups and downs.
Google Maps wa.
Google Map, and the Google Map चालू करून पळयता. So I think it is a bad. So ideally, if you ask me, that one front is they have to open up for the app-based taxis of the world. It may be Ola, Uber, or for anybody international who wants to do it, to open up. With that, what will happen? People will start traveling point to point, and it is फक्त tourist to कोई नहीं. For Goans also, it will be great help. Like Goa, people go for parties, go for weddings. Then nobody wants to drink and drive. Let's be very very honest about it. They also start driving because there is no facility available. Second front is there has to be the local transport, which is unfortunately what we are seeing, it is not up to the mark or not available. So there has to be point to point transport available with the fixed timing. So if I want to go to say Kalangut, then I know these are the timing where I'll get the buses. And with the app based, if it's done, लोक जाणा की ह्या टायमार मेळटा बस हांव थंय वचून थंयच्यान पिकअप करता. आय डोंट नीड ऑफ ट्रॅव्हलिंग. सिमिलरली रिटर्नाक म्हाका मेळटली रातचे 12 जाय, एकाक जाय म्हाका थंयच्यान ट्रान्सपोर्ट मेळटलो. आय विल यूज इट. सो वी हॅव टू look into that challenge big way. And there is one more theory which is coming in of the dynamics of the roads. So all roads, I think I read somewhere that they want to audit the roads. I think the road engineering also has to be looked into it, where खंयच्या ज्या जाग्यार एक्सिडेंट चड जाता त्या जाग्यार स्टडी करपाक जाय की कित्याक एक्सिडेंट चड जाता.
ते आमी अजून करूंक ना.
So that study needs to be done, and it just remain on the priority. And specifically, secondly, whenever tourists are given the vehicle, एक तांकां do's and don'ts एक ताका कागद दिवपाक जाय, and see that those rules are followed. Because ultimately what happens, if life is lost, it gives bad publicity. Overall, it is bad for the family, and it overall affects the ecosystem of tourism in Goa.
So here, where who is to be blamed? Where the system lacks? Is it the government side? Is it the department side? Is it the transport side? Where?
See, basically, as a whole, we need to take, including the people who are in the industry, responsibility. Because I cannot say कि maka हे naka te naka. Any business today, it is a tough competition, and it is technology driven. 10-15 वर्षा पयली 20 वर्षा पयली जेन्ना ट्रॅव्हलाचो बिझनेस आसलो, एअर ट्रॅव्हल, ते मॅन्युअल तिकीट आसता. आतां ई तिकीटेचेर करता. तेन्ना पोर्टल नासले, आतां पोर्टलार तिकीट बूक करता डायरेक्ट. पण बिझनेस काय कमी जावना न्ही. ऑर फॉर दॅट मॅटर हॉटेल जेन्ना पयलीं बूक करताले फोनार बूक करताले, आतां ते नेटार घेवन बूक करता. पण हॉटेल काय कमी जावना, बिझनेस सगळ्याचो वाडला बिझनेस. सिमिलरली ऑन ट्रान्सपोर्ट यू नीड टू लर्न दॅट गॉन आर द डेज की हांव दिसाक एक भाडें मारतलो आनी बसतलो. द यंगस्टर्स हू आर कमिंग इन, they are willing to work, and if they are willing to work for 8 hours, 12 hours, definitely they have a right to earn more money. Or if they want to compete, we cannot stop anyone. So here what is happening, we are stopping the competition, we are not allowing the youngsters to come in. And overall the government needs to understand that you cannot have the restrictions anymore. कित्याक if particular constituents wants the restriction की ना हांव business म्हाका तशें जायना. We are working in democracy, and overall seeing the ill effect of the accidents and overall, I think the best solution is to rationalize the transport system, open up for everyone. Of course, government has done it by they have Goa taxi app, Goa miles, but they have to be encouraged. तांकां सपोर्ट दिवचो पडटलो कित्याक ते कित्याक भायर टॅक्सी थंय येतकूच तांकां भितर एंट्री दिना. यू वी एवरीबडी नोज वॉट हॅपन्स. So basically, more rationalization required, more youngsters has to be brought in, more unemployed youths can take up this job, and this Goa taxi patron scheme asu ki ani kide XYZ scheme kaadla government, that has to be encouraged, and more people has to come in, and overall more app-based taxis should be encouraged in Goa to resolve this problem. Addition to that, if it's say Kadamba, then Kadamba more frequency has to be put in, more timing has to be fixed time wise at each place in throughout villages in Goa, cities in Goa, which will help overall increase in the footfall even in the hinterland tourism which we are talking about.
Sir, one more thing is that recently sunburn issue खूप big असता. What is your say as a TTAG?
See, sunburn is not happening आजकालचे event नीते. It is happening for last, if not mistaken, maybe more than last 10 to 12 years, maybe more. So looking into that, sunburn is become an international event, and it is one of the top 10 event in the world, which is happening. We are fortunate it is happening in Goa. Now, what are the permissions, what are the rules and regulations as per the Honorable High Court or as per the government now, has to be followed. There is no two way about it. But such events helps in attracting tourists in Goa. So let's be very honest, 28, 29, 30 Jatin is Astal hai. We'll see a good flow of youngsters into Goa, which will help, which will stay in smaller hotels, they will eat in the smaller restaurants, which will use the local taxis, which will use overall different avenues which are available, experiential tourism. So I think it is a good event which will help to attract more tourists into Goa. Now only that it can be said that timing can be different, that ह्या टायमार करपाचे की ना, that is a different issue here. But such events will help overall attract more tourists into Goa, and it gets Goa into international map where you have ki asle event goyan jata, and it gives for people to attract Goa again and again. You require some binding ki goyan kidak log येवपाक जाय, परत परत कित्याक येतलो. So such events can attract repeat tourists into Goa.
Thank you.